What is going on, everybody? My name is Lucas. Welcome back to the shrimp scene. Today I'm showing you my 55-gallon cherry shrimp tank, and what I'm going to talk about with this tank is usually pretty rare and doesn't normally happen to a lot of people, but plants do grow in thick enough to where it can actually trap and kill your shrimp. As you can see here, some of the plants that can do this are jungle val, apontigeton, tiger lotus if you have enough of them, Amazon swords if they're packed in there enough, and usually this is a result of someone sticking a plant that gets very, very tall or wide in a very, very short, small tank. And what happens is the leaves end up curling and laying over and making all these hoops and swirls and this giant mass in the top of the tank, and it tends to trap the bigger shrimp. And 9 times out of 10 I've seen it where it's a big female shrimp and she's buried up and she's up hanging out in the tangled jungle val or the tangled plants, and she gets trapped up there. Maybe you do a water change and don't realize she gets pinched between 2 leaves, or maybe she just gets trapped up there during the middle of the day or something, or when the lights first come on. But I've seen it happen, and normally it's the bigger shrimp. Keeping everything neat and trimmed isn't only something that's beneficial and healthy for the plants, but it can actually prevent your bigger shrimp from dying off. Now the babies you normally don't have to worry about too much because they can usually fit between the smaller cracks of the plants and stuff like that. But like I said, sometimes the bigger shrimp can get caught in the plants, just like this tank you see here, where at the very top the jungle val is just going crazy. And this jungle val, you can actually start this off with about 4 to 5 little plantlets, and it will just completely cover a tank. I started out with, I believe, 8 just in the background there, and some of the moss, there's a little pile you see up front there, and the jungle val has just taken over. And I'll probably end up putting a couple rocks in there to keep some open spots and try and prevent this overgrowth from happening to an extreme point. But I did just want to let you know that it does happen. It's very rare, but I just had it happen to me last night, and that's what made me think of making the video, and something that I wanted to kind of bring attention to. But you can see some of these cherry shrimp up here in the corner. They're eating on some banana right now. And this is exactly kind of what I'm talking about is, you know, even when you put food in, it'll get trapped up in these plants, and the shrimp will go to it, and the snails will get up there too, and, you know, the snails are strong enough to move them plants around, and if a shrimp gets stuck, it tends to get stuck and not be able to make its way out. And then the next morning, or the next day, something, you'll end up seeing the shrimp floating to the bottom, and you won't know what happened. And I've freaked out before, started testing my water, stuff like that, everything's fine. But it can be something just as simple as this. So my advice is definitely keep your tall, long plants trimmed. And you won't ever have to even worry about a problem like that, as insignificant as it is. But thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below if you have any more questions about this tank, and I will see you guys on the next one.